Welcome to Everyday Happiness, where we create lasting happiness in 2 minutes a day through my signature method of intentional margins, creating harmony between your to-dos and your priorities, happiness science, and musings about life. I'm your host, Katie Jeffcoat, and I'm here today to chat about boundaries. So many of us have this misconception that I tell you how you need to behave around me, and that is setting a boundary. For example, I tell you, don't yell at me. This is me trying to control your behavior, to set a boundary for myself. Friends, we do this all the time, and it is 100% backwards. And we wonder why we think people don't respect our boundaries. It's actually not a boundary. Me telling you how I want you to behave around me is not me setting a boundary. We can't control other people's behavior. It's a request. I request that you not yell at me when you're angry. It's not that you can't yell at me. It's what I am willing to endure. It's my request that you not yell at me. See, my boundary is really with myself. Your boundary is with yourself. What I am going to do if this person yells at me, I will say, hey, I'm going to leave this conversation. My personal boundary has been breached, right? Maybe your boundary is that you don't want to be in a relationship with this person. Whatever the boundary is, it's with yourself. You hold the boundary for yourself. The person can yell, fly off the handle, and you can say, my boundary is that I won't engage when I feel yelled at. I'm going to another room. I am leaving the space. I am hanging up the phone right now. Maybe you have, or you want to have a boundary that you don't engage in political conversations with certain people. You know how they end and frankly, you're just exhausted. It doesn't help your mental health and it's really not a productive conversation. Have you ever been there? I've been there. And so you try to set a boundary, not that they can't bring up politics around you, because we know that doesn't work, right? We just talked about that. But when they do, you firmly and calmly say, I have a personal boundary that I won't engage in political discussions. And I feel like this comment is going down that road. Before I regret something, I need to hang up the phone. Goodbye. Full stop. Or I need to leave the room. Or I need to switch the topic. Whatever that is. What I find is that pretty soon those people, they self-regulate. And that boundary is calmly and respectfully solidified between the parties. Look, this is all pie in the sky, right? I get this. Personalities and they're inconsistent. Let's be real, right? Sometimes personalities are even irrational, but we need something to aim for. And I hope that this helps you think about boundaries to support your happiness. Of course, we want to know what boundaries you're setting and how that's going. So let us know over on social. All right? We are at Everyday Happiness with Katie.